James Helder, IFL TV, MTK Global. With me, I've got promoter Mick Hennessy. Just witnessed Hughie Fury capture the British title. Can you put into your own words how you feeling, Mick?
I'm over the moon, James. It's we worked hard for this. We've had a lot of knocks, a lot of knockers, and I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon from myself, from Peter, Hughie, the whole team, all of us.
Before we look back on Hughie's sort of where he's been and what he's done, can you just put into words what emotion you felt when it was announced that Hughie had become British champion?
Tonight, I just it was funny really, because I felt quite emotional, but at the same time I was concerned because the ring just got absolutely. I was concerned about the ring collapsing. I was concerned about TV that not being happy with it, and something breaking out. I was concerned, so I had all that going through my head as well as celebrating in my own mind. So, but first and foremost, James, I'd like to pay testament to Sam Sexton, Graham Everett, John Faxton, and the team. Great people. Sam Sexton's had a great career. He's an absolute warrior. He's a gentleman of a man, and I'm glad that he achieved that British title in his lifetime, because he deserved it more than anyone. He was in the best shape of his life tonight, and he fought his heart out. But Hughie is just a world-class boxer tricks. He's very, very hard to hit, and he's got brilliant power now. He showed that tonight. That was quite vicious power. But fair play to Graham Everett, great trainer, one of the best in the country, very understated, and John Faxton, lovely person, great fighter, great trainer, and I wish them all the best. They're a great team.
Now, Hughie Fury's managed to stop Sam Sexton to capture this British title. Is he going to defend this belt, Mick, or is he going to look now at the bigger picture and bigger options?
Right now, it's 95% that he's going to go for bigger options, James, because it's a brilliant belt to have. It's one of the best belts in the world, the British title, and he wanted it. He's got it, but we are on a mission with him to become world champion, and so every fight now has got to be a big step towards him becoming world champion. So we're looking at eliminators, final eliminators, maybe European titles, just something that's gonna get him that world title shot where we get a mandatory slot, because no one's going to give him a shot. No one's going to give him a shot at the world title. He's going to have to earn the mandatory slot, which he's prepared to do. So that's where we're going.
This is a fantastic achievement for Hughie Fury, for Peter Fury, for yourself. When you signed Hughie from the amateurs to turn professional, were these the nights that you envisioned? So were these the nights that you thought about, these big moments?
I definitely did, because he was basically a baby when he turned pro, and his pedigree was second to none. I watched the 5 fights he had in the World Championships, and I was so impressed with him. He's just a major talent. But he's had his setbacks, he's had his injuries, he's had his illnesses, and there's been problems in the background. So all of that's resolved, all of that's sorted, and that's why we went for the world title. We knew he was ready. He had the rug pulled on him. Everyone knows that he won the world title that night. Yeah, it took away from him. So we've gone to plan B, and we brought him back with a British title fight, and now we're looking for, eliminators, final eliminators, European titles, something to get him that world title.
If a shot came out the blue against WBC champion, for instance, Deontay Wilder, would you and Peter Fury take that fight?
If they were sensible terms, Hughie's ready for anyone in the world. Absolutely anyone. He's, if the terms were right, we'd take the Joshua fight tomorrow, because I've got a lot of respect for Anthony. I think he's a great champion, great fighter, but I think Hughie's got the style to beat him. I think he's got the style to outclass him, and I think he's punching hard enough to stop him right now.
Also, I don't know if European champion Caballero, would he be a route that you guys would be looking at to go? Does the European title fit in with your way of thinking for Hughie Fury?
There's potential for it. It's a great title. It's a step up. There's great potential for it. If we could get a final eliminator with a big name straight away, that would be our preference. But we're going to look at the options. We've got to have something that benefits Hughie Fury now. Look, if the terms are right for a world title, he's ready. He'll fight anyone.
Would he travel? Would you travel with him if you had to? If the opportunity arose that you had to go to Alabama or to Vegas or whatever the case may be?
As long as everything was fair and the terms of the contract were dead right, he's ready for any of them, and he's got the potential to beat any of them. One thing Peter Fury has done since the Parker fight, because that fight, he was robbed of that fight. He's worked on everything he needed to address from that fight. He's worked on his power. He's worked on his punch output. He's worked on his movement and his timing. And the reason he's done that is because he wants to put him in a position where he takes it out of the judges' hands, because no one's going to do us any favours. So you see the result of that today, because that was, trust me, the best Sam Sexton ever. I've known Sam Sexton a long time, and he's had a quality career, but he's had a troubled career, and that was the best of Sam Sexton. And he met a truly world-class boxer, but also Peter Fury's added puncher to his repertoire now, and you see that tonight. And he's got the capability of outclassing any world champion out there, and walking them onto shots and taking them out.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how successful would you rate tonight's show back on Main Event on terrestrial TV on Channel 5? How would you rate it?
I thought it was a great show. I mean, I'm biased, but I thought it was a great show. I thought there was so much brought to the table. I thought, Peter McDONAGH, as usual, brought drama to the show. He brought it was a great little fight, up close and personal, and loads of uppercuts and left hooks at the body. Yeah, he won the fight clearly. He won. I didn't even think it was, God knows what that ref was thinking. For me, it's just the game's wrong. Like I don't know what they're up to. I don't know what it is, whether it's incompetence or what it is. But that for me was bad tonight. And Peter's 40 years of age. He don't need to be.
To be fair, he was
like
given a draw. He isn't like he completely got sort of whatever the case may be. But in your opinion, you still thought that was a wrong decision?
I thought he won the fight by at least 4 rounds. So
more dates for Peter in the future?
Yeah, for sure.
He's stuff for him.
He's an entertaining fighter, isn't he? He's a colourful fighter. He brings a lot to the table.
Yes.
He's a character. He brought it tonight. Peter. Look at Savannah Marshall. I mean, look at.
About to come on to Savannah. UK debut. I mean, what a weapon powerhouse she is, to say the least. Second round, absolutely wiped out her opponent.
I am so excited about signing Savannah Marshall. I mean, she's our new fighter, and I'm so proud to be working with her. She's a lovely person. She's sweet. She's ladylike. She holds herself very well, and yet she's a menace in the ring. She's got great punch power. She's going to be a joy to watch. I mean, for me, it's the best weight in women's boxing, and I think she's got the potential to be the standout star in women's boxing.
Well, you know the interest that she had as soon as she turned pro, obviously going with Floyd Mayweather and stuff. They were dead set on big things for her. So I think you've had a bit of a coup here with Savannah, to say the least.
I've had a bit of a touch. I mean, she's a great signing, but more importantly, she's a great person, and I think everyone should get behind her. What I love about her more than anything is she's so relaxed and nice to watch, yet she unleashes spiteful power, which is unusual for women's boxing. And then she comes on and she's so sweet, and the way she talks and the way she carries herself, it's a really powerful combination for women's boxing, and I'm really excited about her journey.
Clarissa Shields' fight could be huge as well, potentially massive.
Well, Clarissa Shields, let's face it, is the biggest star in women's boxing right now. She's double Olympic champion and professional champion. She's the biggest star in women's boxing, and for Savannah to have the only win over her, amateur or pro, speaks volumes. And I know with Peter training her day in, day out, I know she's going to have the potential to beat someone like Clarissa Shields when the time's right.
I've got something to clear up with you. I've had people tweeting me this week insisting that you don't like me anymore, that you're not available for IFL TV videos. I've been chasing you around all week. What's the crack with it? For someone who's maybe not the most nimble in real life, you're certainly elusive and avoiding me. Can you got any words to that, Mick?
Certainly not you, James. I've got a lot of love for you. Always
glad
have.
to hear it.
Always have. You're the one person I would give my time for day in, day out.
I appreciate that.
As you know, I am, for a big man, I am quite
You are elusive,
nimble on
Mick.
my toes.
You are
And you know me, I don't exactly love the camera.
No, I get that, but you always make yourself available for me, and I do appreciate that. You know what I mean? So, before we go, I want to touch on a few things. Haye, for instance, did you happen to watch it? Was it sort of the fight that you expected?
I was. Look, it was sad to see, David Haye, like everything was off, his timing, this, that, and that. But at the same time, like, I've got so much respect for Tony Bellew. I mean, I thought, I just love the way he carries himself. I mean, he basically, he's a very, very good judge of fighter. He breaks things down, he works things out. He's got a great boxing brain. He knew David Haye better than anyone out there. He knew every step of the way what he was going to bring to the table and what he was going to do to him. And I think, but at the same time, when you're exchanging them bombs, as he said, the last thing you lose is power. David Haye's always had unbelievable power. And for Tony Bellew, as a finisher, when he was in the middle of it, exchanging bombs, you got to have balls of steel to do that. And the way he finishes fights, when he gets them and he unloads them brilliant combinations and finishes with that lovely left hook. He's just exciting TV, and he's an exciting talker, and he's had a hard time. I've really grown to like him. I like him as a pundit. I think that no one should keep him quiet. They should let him speak his mind, because
just let him go.
Yeah, let him go. And I think sometimes, some of the networks are calling him down a bit. But I love his honesty.
The way we view boxing, the way we get boxing, the way we watch boxing, everything's changing. It's interactive, it's this, it's that. What did you make of Eddie's new Stream 1 billion deal? Do you think it could be changing the way boxing is sort of viewed long term?
For sure. I mean, I don't know too much about it. I haven't had a chance while I've been doing this to actually look into it. Yeah. But on paper, on the face of it, it sounds fantastic. So it will, it's obviously going to unravel, see what's behind it. But I really don't know. I can't comment too much on it.
The more money, the more boxing shown. Obviously, the better for everyone, though, right?
Yeah, for sure. Boxing's getting in a really good place, and as always, the more broadcasters, the more competition there is, the better it is for boxing. I just, if the deal is what they say it is, I would imagine it's going to shake up American boxing.
When are Hennessy Sports going to return to Channel 5? What's the plan? Is there anything you can tell us loosely at the moment? I'm over the moon to be back working with Channel 5. I started boxing on Channel 5, as you know. Yeah. They never even thought about it until we put a presentation in front of them and worked for it for a year. And we started a long-term relationship, so I'm glad to be back on 5. It feels like home to me. And I want to do some great shows. I've got some great plans. I've got some great fighters that I'm interested in. I'm not interested in a lot, but there's a few fighters that I'm interested in. More quality than quantity.
Yeah, and fighters that will bring a lot to the table where Channel 5 is concerned. And that terrestrial exposure, could potentially make a lot of fighter stars if it's used properly.
Mick Hennessy, it's great to have you back promoting shows on Channel 5 or wherever the case may be. It's good to see you. Thank you very much for coming to RFL TV, and I look forward to catching you again real soon. Thank you.
Thanks, James. Thanks. I'm gonna shuffle out of here in a minute.
Thanks, Mick. I'll see you soon.